Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Rakib Ansari bin saya pemuluk. My matrix number is 20207322629. So I'm going to talk about article misinformation dissemination in Twitter in the COVID-19 era. And this PowerPoint is prepared for Ms. Najatul Afrika binti Muhammad Afandi. So this example of this information tweets that I get from Twitter. Some of them that say 5G is a essential weapon for COVID-19. Some of them said that COVID-19 is a bioweapon. Some of them said that COVID-19 vaccine have a chip in it that can track people. And don't worry, these are misinformation tweets that they are doing a tweet around the world, and this is all happened in Twitter. So this is about Twitter. According to several research, Twitter may have played a key role in the spread of disinformation during early epidemics, including Zika, Ebola, and yellow fever virus outbreaks. Lying or hiding tests, several tweets containing incorrect information on the relationship between influenza infection and COVID-19 were discovered by researchers. Findings. Our findings show that tweets on the COVID-19 epidemic in non-academic settings might be useful source of public health research, particularly when it comes to misinformation dissemination. So rumors that people get in these articles, number one, prior influenza infection may lead to a higher susceptibility of COVID-19 infections. Number two, received influenza vaccine can lead to a positive COVID test. Number three, the possible mislabeling of influenza or related death or cases as a COVID-19 death or case. Number four, the belief is that 5G networks and regional COVID-19 infection and outbreaks are in some way causally related. The last one is 5G is used to track individuals with a vaccine. So next, effects from the rumors. For people that didn't have knowledge about it, people will become anti-vax. People who didn't have the idea of a vaccine, they will start to hate the idea of giving vaccines to their children or any of their family members. Hesitant about the vaccine. People that were supposed to get a vaccine refused to take it when the rumors spread. Number three, do something useless. Some people didn't believe in the COVID-19 vaccine, but more believers believe using bumi can eventually kill COVID-19 and all others traditional remedies. So the last one, wrong information. When wrong rumors get shared on Twitter, it eventually attracts more people to share more wrong information about COVID-19. So the example why we need to make sure that we didn't do misinformation because some people will avoid to take a vaccine when they hear our misinformation. If this is an example. So ways to avoid information, ways to avoid misinformation, how to avoid wrong information. Say it correctly the first time around. Make sure your facts are right the first time you express them. Next, make the correction as soon as possible. If there is any wrong information, it's good to correct the wrong information as fast as possible. Educate yourself. It's important for us to always check the source before we spread any news. Consider the source. Make sure the source that we get is from the source that we can trust. Example from health government website. Please make sure that the website that we are trying to make a research is ended with gov or edu. Next, take a pause. Make sure take a pause when you are trying to share something. It's good to think before share anything. The last one is taking heart. Trying to ask more professional people like doctors and health workers about the information that we get. So for the conclusion that I can get from this article and my study is that we should not take everything for granted. The usage of social media is far more traffic than we can imagine. Many individuals may die as a result of spreading false information, including those who are reluctant to take vaccination and others. The epidemic that has already started has really an impact on us, but with inaccurate information, it will only become worse. Make sure that all of the information is from reliable sources and that you have done some research before sharing it. It's critical to prevent spreading false information. So that's all from me. Thank you for watching.